Why is my insurance premium going up this year? It's a question that we're getting almost every day, and everybody's asking it, and it's totally reasonable. There may not be a lot of things that can be done about it. The thing is that the insurance industry as a whole is going through something right now that's referred to as a hard market. And what's a hard market? It means that insurance companies are trying to reduce their exposure. They're trying to reduce their risk. Insurance companies are in a position that because of increased claim costs, supply chain issues, the severity of weather-related events, their costs are increasing. Their profits are reduced. You've got inflation, which has impacted a lot of industries, increased cost of claims. When they have a property loss to settle, it costs them more to repair that house than what it used to cost. In addition, the severity of weather-related events. You've got big major catastrophe events that have happened around the entire country that are really impacting rates for even insurance companies. There were 20 separate losses of over $1 billion total in 2021 alone. That's a lot of catastrophe claims. We're going to dive into some of the reasons on why those things can impact your insurance policy. The first is reinsurance, also known as insurance for insurance companies. The most basic way to think of this is that your insurance company that insures your house actually has insurance on top of that insurance, so that if there's a major event, so that if a huge portion of their portfolio of homes that they insure get damaged by some sort of weather event like a hurricane or maybe a wildfire, right? They need to have cash on hand. They need to be able to file a claim of their own, really, to get the money to pay out those claims. And so they need to have reinsurance to be financially stable, to maintain high ratings for their stability and for their financials. And so they purchase that reinsurance to make sure that if something major goes wrong, they got the money to pay claims. The thing is that reinsurance rates are on the rise in a big way. And because those rates have gone up, insurance company expenses have gone up, not just for the claims they have to settle on a daily basis, but this is a huge budget item for them year after year that they have to account for, and it's eating into their bottom line at the end of the day. So that's one main reason that your insurance is going up, that reinsurance. Let's also talk about replacement costs. We're talking about what would it cost to repair a car? What would it cost to repair a home or rebuild that home? That cost is going up too. If you look at what it costs to build a home or make repairs to a home 2-3 years ago, even 5 years ago, it's a huge difference. The cost of labor, materials, it's gone through the roof. It was definitely a huge difference during COVID. After that, some of these costs settled down, but in the grand scheme of things, the overall cost to make repairs greatly exceeds what we were expecting it to be maybe several years ago. Things have gone through the roof. And so if there's a claim to settle, the insurance company is going to have to pay a lot more to do that. In a way, the insurance company is going to need to provide more coverage. They're going to need to increase the amount of coverage they're giving you on your policy to justify what you're spending on your insurance. And so they increase the amount of coverage you have, which can increase the rate on your policy. And lastly, let's talk about natural disasters. In 2022, we had Hurricane Ian. Estimates are somewhere between $50 to $80 billion in payouts for those claims. And that was just from one storm. And the severity of these weather events is only getting worse. You see it on the news. It's not just sensationalized. These storms are getting worse and homes are going to be impacted by them across the country. And because everything's connected, right, these reinsurance companies are going to be the ones mostly impacted by these major catastrophe events. When a hurricane hits, the insurance companies have to tap into that reinsurance to pay out those claims. And that rate's going up. It's impacting everything. The weather events are going to continue to be a huge contribution to costs going up, and there may not really be an end in sight until the market really corrects itself. And unfortunately, this doesn't necessarily help you to save any money at this time, but there are some things that you can do. You can look into retaining some of that risk. You can try to increase your deductible on your policy, which will bring your rate down. You can look at bundling with other insurance policies, like your car insurance and home together. You can look at adding in an umbrella policy. How can we get some discounts on this policy to make sure that we're getting the most affordable rate? Alarm systems in your home can definitely help to reduce the cost of your home insurance. You will get a discount for those. If your home has other protective devices like generators, low temperature monitoring alarms, something that's going gonna monitor the water flow in your home, like a leak detection device in your home is gonna make a discount available to you. And we're gonna look into every option we possibly can to reduce your cost. At the end of the day, you still might just be stuck looking at budgeting a little bit more for your insurance because the industry as a whole is being impacted by this. And unfortunately, there may not be a whole lot that we can do to help, but just understanding the whole situation can hopefully make you feel a little bit more comfortable with it and realize that nobody's being singled out here. We're all kind of in this together. And I don't know how many times we have to answer the same questions, but we'll keep doing it to try and give you the information we can to make you comfortable with it and make sure that, at the end of the day, we're still giving you the best advice that we can. We want to make sure that we're not leaving you stranded. We're here to help. If you have questions about your insurance policy, if you're one of our clients and your rates went up, you probably already know this, but we're here to help and we're going to look into the options for you. If you're insured with somebody else and you're not getting the same level of explanation and your insurance agent is not giving you the information to help understand why this is happening and they're not looking into the optional discounts and bundling and things that they can do to help save you money, give us a call. We'd love to look into your situation, see how we can help.